Most people don't fail because they lack discipline. They fail because nothing is sticking. They try habits, they start strong, and then slowly it fades. And after a point, they start questioning themselves. Why can't I stay consistent? But what if the problem is not your discipline? What if the problem is deeper than that? Most people are trying to change their results without changing their identity. And this is where everything breaks. Because your results are not random, they are a reflection of what you repeatedly do. Your habits shape your outcomes. Your outcomes reinforce your identity. And then that identity keeps repeating the same habits. It's a loop. So if nothing is changing in your life, it's not because you need better goals, it's because something deeper is unchanged. We've been conditioned to focus on goals. I want to lose weight. I want to make more money. I want to grow. But goals are temporary. Once you achieve them, what next? The real game is not winning once, it's continuing to play. And that's where systems come in. Systems are what you do daily. And your life doesn't rise to your goals, it falls to your systems. So the question is not what do you want to achieve? The real question is what are you repeating every day? This is the most important shift. The goal is not to run, the goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to read, the goal is to become a reader. Because when identity shifts, action becomes natural. You don't force it, you don't negotiate with it, you simply do what the person would do. And how do you build identity? Not through big wins, through small proofs. Every small action is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Now, here's where most people struggle. Even after knowing all this, habits still don't stick. Why? Because of friction. Your environment, your cues, your surroundings, they are stronger than your intentions. If your environment is not designed, your habits will not sustain. You don't rise above your environment, you fall to it. So instead of relying on willpower, design your space. Make good habits easy. Make bad habits difficult. That one shift changes everything. There's another trap. Most people stay in preparation mode. They plan, they research, they think, but they don't act. Why? Because action risks failure. So they stay in motion instead of moving forward. But habits are not built by thinking, they are built by repetition. Not perfection, repetition. Here's something most people don't like hearing: consistency is not exciting. At some point, you will get bored. And that's where most people stop. But growth doesn't happen when you feel like it happens when you show up, even when it feels repetitive. Professionals follow the schedule, amateurs follow their mood. And if you want to build anything meaningful, you have to fall in love with boredom. One more thing: not every habit is meant for you. If something constantly feels forced, it may not align with who you are. The goal is not to copy what works for others. The goal is to find what works for you, your strengths, your nature, your rhythm. Because the easiest habits to sustain are the ones that feel natural to you. So if your habits are not sticking, don't ask, how do I force myself more? Instead, ask this: who am I becoming? What am I repeating daily? What environment am I operating in? Because habits are not just actions, they are a reflection of identity. And once that shifts, consistency is no longer a struggle, it becomes who you are. If this made you pause and reflect, you'll want to go deeper into this. I've broken this down further in another video on my channel. Watch that next.